Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Outback Quarterback Podcast for another week. It is the Week 16 review, looking ahead to Week 17. We're back in Musclecat Studios after sitting in the Kia Tasman, thanks to Wayne Phillips Kia last week. That was an adventure.
I haven't recovered.
You haven't recovered, Holly?
I had a sore backside, Curt.
Yeah? You were on
while.
the particularly stiff spot, the bar. Yeah, about 20 minutes in, we had sore quads.
I thought about getting a massage, but then I thought also it was an odd spot to massage, so I just put up with the pain for a couple of days.
It's us going in and asking for an hour of glutes, isn't it?
Even deeper than that, to be honest.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We can get it. That's for the uncut show. Dos, you sat across the... No, you were lower to us when I was editing the videos. It was me and Holly up here and you were down here.
I was down sitting on the frame of the electric roll top cover.
Oh, that's right.
It was a little more comfortable.
Yeah,
but
ignoring the do not sit stickers, but it held up well.
it says do not stand, and you had to be over 90 kilos not to fall. So I was well short of that mark.
Oh,
about 20 kilos short of that mark.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Humble brag.
Well, I mean, it's only because I'm little. So
you're a little bit dense, Dos, in the best possible way. Built like a fullback. We always say that about you. Creating each other on Madden, you're a
lightweight fullback.
John Kuhn. Now, a big week of NFL football. I mean, there's all sorts of injury chaos again, playoff implications, a few teams locked, a few teams still unsure of where they're going. NFC South drama, which we'll unpack. That's a bizarre situation there.
Probably the best Thursday night game of football we've ever had.
Yes, that was extraordinary. The Rams and the Seahawks. There was a roller coaster of emotions and riding off Sam Darnold and the Seahawks halfway through, and then they come back and win it. And
not even halfway through. He started the last quarter.
That's right. We thought they're done, and then they come up. But we'll get through that one later on. We've got, of course, the joke of the week. I assume a Christmas joke of the week. Our last episode before.
Yeah,
Christmas
mate, you can have whatever you want. I haven't organised it
At this stage of the show, anything's open.
Possibilities are well and truly open. We'll go through all of the games that matter, all the talking points. Playoff lock. We're going to try and sort out our mess of a playoff lock. It's been a very bizarre season for us from that
Dos
perspective.
has locked some real suspect teams this year, hasn't he?
He's not happy. He's not happy.
He's really
Let's
angry.
go back to the tape and listen to when you clowns locked the Lions.
Colts are looking pretty good at 8-6.
Yep, Colts are there.
What did you lock them at? 8-1.
I think that was 7-2.
7 and
7-1. 7-1.
7-1. Gotcha.
All right, well, boys, it is Christmas, so let's keep the arguing until at least a little later in the show. Merry Christmas, Holly.
Oh,
we may have one of the best Christmas presents coming up. The possibility of a Curt and Hally fantasy final in the Outback Quarterback.
I'm not confident.
You're not confident,
and it hurts me. See these tears?
Yeah,
that's because of fantasy football.
They're real.
They're real. Haven't slept. I'm nervous.
Well, what's
I'm
the
anxious.
situation? Because you're playing against TB, and he's got Taylor and McCaffrey. What do they need?
I'm playing against TB, so combined, they need to combine for 36 points.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's very possible. Well,
it's possible they don't. Taylor's been sitting around 13, 15 the last few weeks.
Until Phil Rivers starts handing it off a lot today.
Yeah, and then McCaffrey. The thing is, McCaffrey can put up 28, 29 like that.
Yeah, that's
if
right.
he needs to. He'll have 8 receptions, 130 yards, and a TD.
Imagine the irony of after you wrote off Jonathan Taylor with the sleeper
He'll come out this week.
And he
have 40.
defeats you. Yeah,
he will. San Fran's got a good run D. I think they're 6th or 7th for. They only allow like 105, 106 yards per game on the floor.
Well, what makes it even more dramatic is that they're playing each other. You know, it's all contained in one game. There's one final game. And it's those two.
I do
boys.
have Phillip Rivers as my QB, Dos.
Yes.
I picked him up off the waivers. So, because this is a keeper league, obviously.
Yep.
And I already have a QB that's played who scored 12. I think is my 14 is my lowest QB. So if Phillip Rivers scores anything more than 14, then that starts to add to my total.
Yeah, it's best ball.
Best ball, yeah.
So automatically
Keeper,
calculates the best scores.
So with a little bit of luck, he throws a couple of dimes. Someone runs in a 60-yard TD. Phillip Rivers scores 20. I'm not sure. It's unlikely.
It could be a very good Christmas for you and for us, or we could be little Timmy with a lump of coal in our stockings.
Could be a very fun episode next Tuesday if we're both in the championship again.
And unexpected too, because I was 7th halfway through this year. Outside of playoffs, I was struggling. I certainly haven't put the hours into this team that I did last year, and somehow I've found myself in a situation where if Juwan Jennings doesn't score 17, I make it through the final.
Yeah, well, I'm the opposite. I've put a lot of time and effort into my team, and I average 40 more points a week than you have.
Just a bit.
I think the next closest, I think TB, I've averaged 20 more points a week than him.
It's cruel because you two both
Should have
deserve
been
it,
in
and
the
so does
final.
Nevhead, who I'm playing. I'm the least deserving by far out of the four remaining.
Yeah, I think I have about 450 points on you in the year, and you're going to roll into the final and
Maybe.
somehow beat TB.
Imagine if I beat you after this year. Oh my gosh. So it's going to be a very good or very miserable new year for one of us at Jimbo, but that's where we're at. Look,
so for a fantasy noob, fantasy wraps up before playoffs?
Yes.
yeah, well, so because you need to have all the players available,
Yeah.
right? Because everyone's still playing in the regular season. They also don't do week 18 because a lot of teams rest players.
Yeah, okay.
So-
And what's a keeper league as well?
Keeper league means you don't, you get to keep your players from year to year. It's like building a dynasty.
Okay.
Whereas, what's more popular, redraft or keeper?
I think redraft was original, and that's what a lot of people played.
yeah.
I think keeper since Sleeper's been around, because you have so many formats on the Sleeper app. I think keeper, best ball, those kind of leagues have really taken off.
All right.
I like the sound of the best ball one.
Best
Best
ball's
ball's
fun.
great. It is so
Yeah,
good.
it
'cause
is
you
It's
just
just like a more aggressive style where you don't block and you just swing for the fences?
Yeah, you just go
That's-
crazy.
that's
Yeah.
best ball?
No, what it is, it's great for the lazy man who has time, who wants to invest their time in just like draft and trade season.
Yep.
Because then you can build your roster and just set and forget pretty
Pretty
much. All right, this episode is brought to you by, of course, Coast and Smoke. Use code OUTBACK for 10% off on all Coast and Smoke items. Now, we did have the Kansas City Cook-Up. There'll be a giveaway based on that in January, so stay tuned. We've got the Suburban Brew, boys. We've got the Super Bowl show coming up in February 9th, Monday, February 9th. Code OUTBACK for a discount off of beers there. So they're looking after us. We are getting ready for that. It's the first time we've promoted the date. So keep the date free, Super Bowl, because we had almost 100 people there last year. It was fantastic. We'll be going again. Four Bros Coffee, 15% off, code OUTBACK. Get around them over the festive season. And of course, Kia. We had that big week with the Kia. We have sadly handed back the Kia Tasman now.
How many cars has he sold since our episode?
Good question.
I
Fair
think,
few,
I think they had to shut due to popular demand.
Ran out of stock.
Yeah, the Tasman's done. If you see thousands of new Tasmans on the road
That's
now,
because of us.
that's right. No joke. I realized my neighbor bought a car from Wayne Phillips 2 months ago.
Snap.
Yeah, and they did. I should have mentioned that it was because of us.
There
They
you
had
go.
no idea we were sponsored by them at the time. But there are great deals at the moment. Wayne Tasman Kia, $2,000 contribution to your deposit.
Wayne Tasman.
Wayne Tasman
Wayne
Kia.
Phillips. Kia.
What-
You said Wayne Tasman.
They want me to promote the Tasman. It's on my brain. All right. The Wayne Phillips Kia Tasman. They got deals on. Go and have a look. They're good people. All right, boys, let's get into NFL stuff because it was another action-packed day. I feel like we had some real thrillers this week. It was one of the better weeks of NFL action. We'll start with the ones that weren't the thrillers. The Eagles disposed of the Commanders 29-18. That's a quiet win. There was a massive fight, Doss, in that fourth quarter that you sent us. What was going on there? I know they're rivals, but Commanders showing a little bit of fight at 4-11 with 2 weeks to go in the season.
Yeah, it was all happening. There's not much going on. Divisional rivals, so
Yeah.
why not just kick it off to
Throwing a few.
lead into Christmas?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Washington, the year from hell continues for them, and they're playing Christmas Day, so that's not going to be good either against
So,
Dallas.
The Christmas slate is very ordinary now.
Hey, it's grim. Do you want me to go through it?
The quarterbacks that are playing.
So this is what this ties into one of my Christmas wishes. So we've got Dak Prescott versus Josh Johnson,
Josh
which is
Johnson.
the Cowboys Washington game. We've got Jared Goff up against Max Brosmer for the Vikings, and we finish with Bo Nix versus Chris Oladokun
For the Chiefs.
for the Chiefs.
Wowzers. Okay.
What a Christmas slate this
Well,
year for the
spend-
NFL.
At least there's NFL to watch.
Spend time with your families. That's our message.
time
That's
with
our
your
message.
families.
If there's ever a Boxing Day that you can score points by not watching the NFL, this is the one. That's 3 one-sided ones there, I think. Chargers 34 defeated the Cowboys 17. Exactly 300 yards and 2 touchdowns for Justin Herbert. They've quietly, boys, put together 4 in a row, and you've got your Chargers top on today, Doss. I mean,
LT.
yeah, since they
GOAT.
got blown up by the Jags, they've looked very, very good.
They've been great. Justin Herbert's playing at an all-time level for him. Great form the last few weeks. They got the run game going. Amari and Hampton's back. Their defense just continues to play lights out, though. Defense has been unstoppable under Jesse Minter. Really good. I mean, he was going to be a head coach candidate this offseason, no doubt about it. And yeah, they're rolling. And they got a huge game this weekend. I think Sunday, our time, against the Texans.
Ooh, that is a big game.
Massive divisional game.
Yeah, that's huge.
There. So, yeah, Chargers looking really good at the moment. Quentin Johnston continues to step up when needed. Like McConkey's getting into the game. They're coming good at the right time. After the middle of the season, they lost a couple that they probably should have won, but they're rolling at the moment.
Every time I hear Quentin Johnston now, I think of the nickname you gave him earlier in the year, Hawley, which was Little Baby Q, because confusingly, the shorter Q, Quinton Judkins, was big Baby Q. And Big Baby Q broke his leg.
Neither of them fired up after that, did they? The nicknames didn't quite work. Quentin Johnson, he went missing, and
Little Baby
Big Q got injured, and now he's broken his leg. So
yeah, no good.
Poor
No
fella.
good. Vikings, Giants, 16-13. Vikings. Jackson Dart had a shocker, 7 of 13 for 33 yards
One of the
and
worst.
an interception and 5 sacks.
you'd
that's
be
a
flat
bad
if you started in fantasy football. Scored 1.2, I think.
Who's
it was.
starting Jackson Dart now?
No, he's fantasy football darling.
Is he?
Because he
So-
runs so much.
Yeah, okay.
So caught up with a few of the boys at the cricket on Saturday. So Ricky Dolby, Matty Tilbrook, and Ryan, who his nickname or his handle in Sleeper is Chief Weight. But apparently when the last time we went through all the fantasy leagues, I called him Chef Weight. And that is now stuck in their group.
That's
So
he's the chef.
He's now Chef Weight.
Hey,
Now-
Chef, wait, what's he cooking up for playoffs?
Well, yeah. So he was top of
Okay.
Division 7, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Had to start Jackson Dart because Patrick Mahomes went down with the ACL. And I was talking to him at the cricket. I said, I'm not sure about starting Jackson Dart this week. I think he's in for a world of pain.
Did you?
Well
Why?
done, Dos.
Yeah. Why? Because it's Jackson Dart against a Minnesota defense. It's pretty good. And I didn't think he was going to play any good.
How are you going in fantasy? Are you in the final?
Nah, I got beaten this
Oh,
week.
did you get beaten?
Well, one and done.
He
We
was,
didn't actually
he
talk.
was quiet during fantasy chat.
There were
wasn't
no,
he?
because usually
Well,
our
I
Monday
don't
morning,
really
Dos
have
and I are on Facebook Messenger chatting about fantasy, and there wasn't anything this week, was there?
Nah, not really. Because it was done on the weekend, really. Kyron Williams.
Sound very sad.
Right.
Well, not really. I mean, highest scoring points for the season, so I'll take
It
that.
hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, it
So
does.
cruel
We've all been
mistress.
there, man.
The back end of the season was hard because all the players I had
Mahomes
started
gone.
really well.
Yeah,
Mahomes, Jonathan Taylor,
Did you have Little Baby Q?
Waddle, Justin Jefferson, Kyron Williams. They all started the season really well and then just fell away back end of the season. I'll
Look forward to
in,
next
be
year.
fair.
Look forward to next year.
Nah, I'm
boss.
not doing it next year.
Why not?
That's it. Nah, I'm off it.
Doesn't win it in 1 year and he's off of it.
I'm off it.
Too much pressure for the man.
Nah, it's just I don't have the time.
Go
to
the opposite. Have 7 teams like I do.
I don't have the time. Yeah, just create leagues with just Nug. Just,
Yeah, I'm
maybe I'll
winning
start
that.
a league with Nug.
I'm winning that league.
You're the Phil Rivers of fantasy. You have like 10 kids.
Oh, I have. I genuinely
Just in case
am.
you don't like one, have another one.
And I can just get rid of them as I feel.
And
Adoption, goodbye.
and when you're like 85 and your
I'm the
grandkids
proudest of this league.
or your grandkids have a league and someone drops out and they dust off the old guy from retirement, bring him back in, can he still do it? And like he stands up for 1 week. Very good.
Shouldering it.
Bengals destroyed the Giants 45-21. Vintage Joe Burrow, 309 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 total TDs for Chase Brown. That's a fantasy playoff-changing game, that one. The Saints, 3 in a row, 29-6 over the Jets.
Who dat?
412 yards to 195. Shuck continues to show some promise. Bills 23, Browns 20. Yes, they won the Bills, but here are those shaky Bills again, approaching playoffs. Josh Allen, ugly, 12 of 19, 130 yards, 2 interceptions. That's not what you want against the Browns leading into playoffs. It's a very, very wobbly game. Speaking of wobbly games, another ACL for the Chiefs. Gardner Minshew's gone a week after Patrick Mahomes. They get smashed, as James reminded me on the Musclecat Sports Show last night, 26-9 by the Titans. I mean, it's an all-time, well, not an all-time low, but that's almost a decade low for the Chiefs, getting smashed by the Titans with 2 weeks to go, and your best 2 quarterbacks now with an ACLs. That's
Top 10 pick on the cards for the Chiefs, though.
yes, for the first time since 2017, and of course, the last time we had a top 10 pick was Patty Mahomes. So maybe this is what it feels like I get to support the tank now.
Enjoy the draft.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe. Falcons 26 defeated the Cardinals 19 in a thoroughly inconsequential game.
Wasn't it just?
And the Texans just got over the Raiders 23-21. That was closer than they wanted. A lot of people had the Texans as a smoky. Bit of a concern there, Doss, that they ran that one so close against the
Nah,
mighty Raiders.
no. Well, I mean, yeah, you could potentially, but when CJ Stroud needed to step up in the final quarter, he did.
And sometimes you get dragged down by your opposition, right?
Correct. You get a game like this where the Raiders, who couldn't do anything against it, really haven't done anything since the Patriots game in week 1.
Haven't done anything since we started covering sport 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Just started following
And
sport.
then Ashton Genty comes up and has a pretty good game, but the Texans found a way to win, and good teams find a way. And they got it done, which was all they needed to do in that game.
Indeed, Doss. The Colts at the 49ers today. Now, you mentioned good teams. Let's talk the games that matter and get into these a little bit. We've got some talking points. The first one's out of the Rams and the Seahawks. That was 38-37. Like you said, Doss, just an epic on TNF. Overtime win for the Hawks. Huge test of their mettle. It was a roller coaster. They looked good, they looked bad, and then they clinched it when they needed to. And the question out of this is, well, we know they're playing playoffs now. That's locked. They've actually surpassed the Rams. They're 12-3. The Rams are 11-4. They deserve to be there, but the Sam Darnold thing, he hasn't won a playoff. He's had 2 great regular seasons now. Is he more prepared this time round? Does he go on and win playoffs with this Seahawks team?
He is more prepared this time around. I was so impressed by his resilience in the fourth quarter and in overtime. You know, he's just thrown his second interception. They're down 30-14. He's getting booed by the 12s.
Which is ridiculous,
They'd had,
by the way.
they'd had enough.
It's ridiculous.
11-3, you greedy bastards.
And then Sam Darnold's passer rating in the last quarter, Hawley, 104.5, and he threw 147 of his 270 passing yards in the fourth quarter.
Can I ask a question before we move on from that, Hawley? You're a passionate supporter of a bunch of teams. Perhaps the Crows in footy is your most
sure.
passionate.
Yep.
Have you ever booed your own team when they've been playing really badly over a sustained stretch?
I haven't, but I have been in Vegas while Derek Carr was getting booed by his own team.
Did you start booing as
No,
well?
we
Did you
didn't.
just jump
I
on?
couldn't believe. I said already, what is going on here?
'Cause that's not an
quarterback, and they're
Well-
booing their own team.
Is that an Australian
Like
thing?
halfway through the second quarter, they just start booing.
That's crazy.
And by the way, the Seahawks
Eagles fans are prime for it.
They are
Especially when
absolute
the team's,
turncoats.
Seahawks
especially
were
when the
8-1.
team's 10-1 or 10-2.
Seahawks were 8-1 over their last 9 going into the Rams game, and the team starts to boo them halfway through it.
Crazy.
That is
Against
absolutely
who
brutal.
we say are the Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
brutal.
Yeah. That's more of an American thing, right? It happens a bit in Aussie sport, does it?
Premier League, it happens.
Yeah, Premier League happens a lot.
I don't think
Especially if
halftime.
the manager's on the sideline, don't want him gone.
Sean Deitch getting booed, Sam Allardyce at halftime.
I'm not sure if it does happen in Australian sport.
Now that I think of it, I can't really.
Not in the AFL. I can't think
We're
of
just
it
good
happening.
sports, aren't we? Sorry, Dos, keep going. These Seahawks.
No, and then, yeah, I mean, that, as I said, that fourth quarter and the resilience by Sam Darnold was fantastic to see, because it was looking like, the ghosts of past for Sam Darnold in a big moment. And the Rams have given him grief a few weeks ago. You know, turned the ball over 4 times against them, and then in the playoff loss last year against the Rams when he was with Minnesota, right? So there's been some tough moments for Sam Darnold against the Rams, and this wasn't one of them. The throw to Cooper Kupp, he got absolutely drilled by Jared Verse.
Yep.
And he made the throw, and one of the biggest moments of the game was a thing of beauty. And of course, the Seahawks had a few things go their way in the fourth quarter. You know, they get the touchdown return off a punt. You know, Rams miss a field goal. They get the 2-point conversion in one of the wildest 2-point conversions I've ever seen, where everyone's just stopped. And then some fantastic play calling by Clint Kubiak in overtime on that final drive. And then the 2-point conversion play was fantastic. The way that play was drawn up was sensational. So credit to the Seahawks and to Sam Darnold, because it was at that point where the Rams were looking like they were going to clinch the division, and that the talking point out of the game would have been Sam Darnold isn't good enough to carry a team into the playoffs. He is now.
And that would be a little bit flat on him. I mean, the Rams did put up 37 points.
Yeah, it's not just Sam.
It's not just Sam Darnold not putting up points, but is he set up better this year than he was last year with Minnesota? With how Seahawks defense has been playing?
I think it feels that way. But
if he comes in,
we were pretty optimistic about the Vikings setup last year, right? It's not like they had a
I think their
terrible
offense
defense.
was. I can't remember what their defense was
The,
like. last year.
the Vikings defense was pretty good.
Solid. Was it mid-pack
Brian Flores had them
Top
blitzing
10
pretty
still?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a top 10.
Because this defense, like they're averaging 18.5 points against. Like they're going well.
Yeah.
Mike McDonald is. I mean, there should be talk about him more for Coach of the Year, and I know there's been talk about Ben Johnson because the offense, the sexier side, Liam Cohen, Cole Shanahan for what he's done with the 49ers. But, man, Mike McDonald is right there. I love the hire at the time. It's been such a loss for the Ravens since he's gone. And many Ravens fans thought that he was going to be the successor to John Harbaugh. That hasn't articulated out that way, which they're probably thinking maybe should have been the way that they should have gone, given how Harbaugh's gone the last couple of seasons. But, hey, Mike McDonald, credit to him. The defense has played lights out. It's taken a little while from last year to learn the scheme, but the players are so well drilled on it, and they're a fun team to watch, the Seahawks. I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
You mentioned Ben Johnson, the Bears. Ben Johnson's Bears got it done over the Packers, 22-16. They're 11-4 now. The Packers 9-5-1. So obviously the huge favourite to they haven't technically clinched the division yet, have they?
Not yet.
Bears.
It's 94% done. They've pretty much done it.
Okay, they've pretty much done it. What does this team do in playoffs? Because they're a threat that doesn't go away now. As I said, 11-4, 11-2 since week 2. Caleb Williams has found some comfort in this scheme, in this offense. He's much more accomplished as a player than he was in week 1 of this season. Holy, I don't think we can call them confusing. I don't think we can call them underrated anymore because we have to acknowledge they're winning the division and they will be
They're
potentially a real threat.
They're just there, aren't they?
They are
They're
there.
And Caleb, last year they were losing, but he wasn't turning the ball over. I think we spoke about it at the end of last year, and we kind of said, okay, he's not turning it over, but they're not putting up points. He's not taking risks. But I think that worked really well for him because this year's come in to an offense that they're more confident because they said, we've got a quarterback that's not going to turn it over. Now we've got some more weapons. Now let's just let him loose a little bit. It's a bit like that Daniel Jones. When Daniel Jones first started, he wasn't firing on offense, but he wasn't turning it over. So we all thought, all right, his next step is to now get this offense firing.
He did have a good year at the Giants.
And also not turn it over.
Yeah.
But that didn't really happen, whereas Caleb Williams has done that. And is it Ben Johnson? Probably half of it is. But this Bears team, their defense is it's good enough, but
they get takeaways.
They get turnovers, but Caleb's putting up enough points,
Yep.
and he's a playmaker. If something goes wrong in the playoffs, there's a lot of Patty Mahomes about him. If they're down and out, they're not down and out.
No, he can keep players alive. He can keep games
Whereas,
alive.
like we said, our big thing on Sam Darnold, as we just spoke about, is if they're down and out, it kind of feels like in the past they have been down and out.
Now, Doss, the other implication out of this game, of course, is the Packers. Now, they're a 93% chance to make playoffs, according to NFL.com, and obviously the Lions loss yesterday really helps them. But Jordan Love and concussion protocols from a hit that you weren't happy with.
Didn't love it.
So he misses next week, you would say. It was a pretty bad looking hit. Malik Willis came in and was competent. He has been competent as a backup.
He was really good.
Quarterback.
He was better than competent.
Yeah, he's shown a lot in all of his backup
The
kicks,
Bears
hasn't he?
couldn't stop him.
No.
Malik Willis and the play calling from Matt LaFleur in the second half of this game, the run game was efficient. They were getting chunk plays when they needed to until they got to the red zone. And then the Packers went 0 for 5 in the red zone. Last week against Denver, it was a big problem. I think they were 0 for 8 or something like that in the red zone. So this is a trend that has continued for the best part of 2 weeks now against good football teams.
Well, the question I was going to ask is
The
that
Josh Jacobs fumble was a big one in the red zone. I mean, if that gets punched in, it's probably game over. You can certainly go to the Romeo Dobbs onside kick. That has to be taken. You can't put that on the special teams coach and Rich Bisaccia that he got anything wrong there. That just has to be executed. He catches that ball, that's it. It was Brandon Bostic memories all over again.
That's just pressure and nerves.
Yeah, for a fan base and for a fan that saw the 2014 NFC Championship game, the Brandon Bostic onside kick, and then the Seahawks go on to win in overtime. Oh man, this was a tough one. I was sitting there, I was frustrated.
Well, Doss, I want to know
Took me
the
a while
upshot.
to front up after it.
The upshot of this. I mean, you're a win and a half ahead of the Lions. The Packers are a win and a half ahead of the Lions. Is it possible that there's an unlikely capitulation here? The Lions have got the Vikings and the Bears, so no guarantees with both of those. But if they have to go 2-0, whilst the Packers have to basically lose both of their games. They got the Ravens and then the Vikings away. It's not a guarantee of 2 wins there, especially without Jordan Love. Do you worry about the Ravens game for the Packers next week? Malik Willis starting.
At home, it's probably going to be up against Tyler Huntley starting.
Yeah, Snoop, that's true. Lamar's out as well.
And, the Ravens have been okay on defense this year. I don't know what, we'll talk about it maybe a bit later. I don't know why Derrick Henry came out of the game in the fourth quarter after scoring a touchdown and didn't get a carry for the rest of the game.
Very weird.
I don't know what happened there.
There's still no injury designation, is there?
No, he was fine.
Well, they only carried the ball 3 times in the last quarter, but then none of them were him.
Yeah.
Very, very odd.
Anyway, that was odd. Look, unfortunately, like I said, the Packers' season effectively ended when Micah Parsons went down. That was it. Now,
You got a 93% chance of playoffs.
Yeah, okay, they make playoffs, but they're not going to do anything in the playoffs, is my point. Right.
Okay.
Unfortunately. There's just too many season-ending injuries to starters that you can't replace. And, yeah, they were right in this game. But again, the defense needed to make plays. Keyshawn Nixon blown coverage. Where
he says that every week about Keyshawn Nixon.
Yeah.
You got to cut that dude.
Well,
I told you 2 years ago he sucked.
He was no good.
Every week he has a critical error.
And yeah, that was big on the fourth down play for Caleb Williams, and they got the touchdown to Walker. Beautifully drawn up play, and well done to Caleb Williams for making that play too. So yeah, and I mean the Packers they'll probably limp in, but I can't see them doing too much in the playoffs.
All right.
At the moment. But for the Bears, Caleb Williams 5 fourth quarter comebacks this season, 5 game-winning drives. The foundation that was built and the progress that he's made on last season is incredible. And last season, a lot of people were critical of Caleb Williams. And even if you just purely look at the box score of this game and his completion rate isn't super high, but he made big throws when he needed to. He executed when he needed to. You go from Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron last year, Waldron calling the plays, Eberflus as head coach, and the debacle that was to now Ben Johnson as your head coach and play caller, Dennis Allen, who's one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL, not great at a head coach, but by way of defensive coordinator, he's very good. And all of a sudden you've got enough there that'll take the Bears into the playoffs, and they're in a good spot because they're going to have a home playoff game.
Holy. Speaking of limping into playoffs, let's talk NFC South. Panthers and Bucs. The situation.
Yeah, they're not limping, mate. Panthers are on fire.
Well, the Panthers beat the Bucs 23-20. Obviously an enormous win for them. But the interesting scenario here is that according to the NFL, whilst the Panthers are 8-7 and the Bucs are 7-8, the Panthers have a 42% chance of making playoffs. The Bucs, who are below them, have a 58% chance. Now, the reason being, I assume, is that the Bucs have the Dolphins next week, so that's you can almost chalk that up as a win. The Panthers play the Seahawks. All right, so let's assume then that we go into week 18, 8-8.
It comes down to Tampa at Carolina at Tampa.
Correct, in week 18. So that should be, hopefully, a win and in scenario.
This is my dream situation.
It is the dream situation because the Panthers in that game will be the underdogs.
Were they the underdogs on the weekend, Doss?
Yes, they were.
They were.
So
they're in.
They're in.
So essentially,
I assume the Panthers at home will be...
They probably beat the Seahawks this week.
Yeah, true. As massive underdogs. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre scenario. Clearly, in a head-to-head clash, the NFL sees the Bucs as the favourites.
You're a Carolina fan. The last 2 months has been win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win.
Wowzers!
So it's loss,
they
win
cannot
now.
string them.
If they make the playoffs, they'll be underdogs in any playoff game they play.
And there'll be a winning record as well,
which
that goes
means
through with the NFC
So they'll
South.
be the 4th seed, and then probably have to host the Rams
Okay, so
as the 5th seed, I would say.
but the Panthers did beat the
Depending
Rams
on-
4 weeks ago,
Yes, in Carolina.
31-28.
Then they lose to the Saints.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
they've lost-
that's the Saints twice.
Yeah, the sweep. The Saints got the season sweep.
Of course, we said that last week.
It's one of the strangest seasons I have ever seen from a team, as far as being able to predict what they're going to do, and the fact that that's resulted in a real possible playoff position. You know, they should win the division. Well, I don't know. I can't figure it out. Still, for them to be so up and down and to be in a playoff position now is crazy.
It's exciting. I'm looking forward to week 18 now.
Who do you want out of the Bucs and Panthers to make it?
Carolina.
Yeah, even though you love Baker.
I want my boy Bryce.
Yeah. Bryce over Baker these days?
I think Carolina could somehow snag a playoff win.
Yeah, oh yeah, they absolutely
I don't think Tampa can at the moment. Tampa just don't seem to be.
They're limping bad.
They're limping in. And we said a few weeks ago, all right, they get healthy with Evans and Godwin, and Buka's still there, obviously, and Bucky comes through. Baker's got all of his guys there, but it's just not working at the moment. I think these guys, they're underdone. They're probably playing sore. The only reason half of these guys are probably playing is because there's still a chance at the playoffs.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Ollie, because one of my notes here was they've got enough bodies back where the excuses for not playing well on the offensive side of the ball can't be used anymore. And I know Baker's banged up at the moment, but he hasn't played well, for the best part of 2 months now. Let's be honest about it. And the offense looked good on the first drive of this game, and then after that, it was completely stagnant. The players are visibly frustrated, and you can see that. And you saw it after the Atlanta loss.
I think
Bowles, you saw it again.
Bowles goes if they
I
don't
think
make
Todd
playoffs.
Bowles is in. Even if Tampa find a way to limp into the playoffs, they could potentially win a playoff game. Maybe. I don't think they would, but if they did at home,
they can. Not at the moment.
man, I still think Todd Bowles is out.
Even with a playoff win.
I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless, even if they
not
miss,
much
they
progress,
win the
is it?
division. Yeah, I just don't think. Yeah, I mean, you look at where they were. They were 5-1.
Yeah.
Baker was in MVP conversation. I had him right there with Stafford at the time when I went through and did the top 5, or I think it was. And this is since that moment, it's one of the most disappointing. And we've spoken about the Colts, but this has been one of the most disappointing seasons given the division that they are in. This should be done by now.
Well, but you're relying on you've lost your 2 wide receivers, Godwin and Evans. You lose your starting running back, so your offense is relying on backup running backs and a rookie wide receiver to score points.
Yeah, but
you want to fire the head coach. What's he supposed to do with that?
They had that at the start of the season. No, it's more than that, Hawley. It's the play calling that we've seen. This team defensively has been no good this season, and Todd Bowles looks after the defense. And it's just been a running theme with Tampa Bay now over the course of the last few seasons with Todd Bowles and his decisions on personnel, his decisions around the play calling and game management has just not been there. And that's why I think he will, unfortunately for him, not be the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next season.
All right. Now watch them make the conference championship game.
Hey, if they get on a roll,
miss out
the
Super Bowl by 2, do.
That's right.
I mean, they're just not playing good enough right now. But yeah, Panthers, awesome. Nick Scotton, absolute beast of a game. Rookie season for him. Looked really good. Christian Roseboom has a really good game. The touchdown.
You're a big Christian Roseboom fan, aren't you?
Massive, man.
He is.
Massive.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know anyone that Doss has mentioned tonight or this morning.
Well, you will know these two. The back shoulder throw by Bryce Young to Tet McMillan in the third quarter, and then the touchdown to Jatavion Sanders, which put them up. If you haven't seen those 2 throws by Bryce Young or 2 plays, go back and watch them because that is really good.
I'm surprised Sanders is still playing after. Do you remember that last year where he landed on his head? And compressed his neck.
Yeah.
That was a shocker. All right, boys, we're going to break this up. We've got our Christmas wishes coming up in a sec. We'll do our last talking points later on in the show, but let's get into some Christmas wishes, Jimbo. Jimbo, we had some Christmas songs on for the Musclecat Sports Show last night. Do you reckon we should cue one of those up for this? Yeah, you got the button?
He's not happy. Just him.
Those are 2 different shows and 2 different panels.
Oh, it's not on there.
Sadly.
All right, that's okay.
Give
That's
him
all right.
some time. Maybe word him up.
Well, I
advance.
assumed it was on the same sound pattern. That's all right. That's on me. Well, let's get into some Christmas wishes, boys. It's the festive season after all. Hawley, why don't we start with you? We'll do a couple each. What do you want? What do you want for Christmas?
My Christmas wish is for Jonathan Taylor and Christian McCaffrey to both do very small ankle or hamstring injuries this week. Just a small little ankle injury, so they can still
This
they're both
morning.
still healthy. Yeah, right now today, or we get news coming up that they're both out, but they're fit to play next week.
But yeah, give him gastro.
Just gastro. We want, mind you, the Colts probably don't make playoffs, but we want Christian McCaffrey fit for the playoffs. So he hurts himself this week.
Yep.
Out for the week, but good for next week.
That's
all I need.
a wonderful selfish Christmas wish for you.
Well, unselfish. I could have wished him to be injured for longer than a week.
But by wishing that for your Christmas, you're wishing TB a very bad Christmas.
Yes.
Your opponent.
Yes, I am.
All right, Dos, what's your
Sorry,
first
TB.
Christmas wish?
Well, I would like some more transparency on the officiating.
Here we go.
More so with the replay assist from the NFL, because I don't know what is reviewable. I don't know what goes to replay assist. I don't know where a challenge flag can be thrown and then picked up.
Well, last 2 minutes, no flags, right?
Well,
no
sure.
challenge flags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yep.
That's
But
about all I know.
then there's other things like, New York have come in. No, they've reviewed the play and come in. So it's like, well, are we challenging here? Is it replay assist? When are New York coming in? I'd just like more. And then certain things aren't replay assist, and certain things aren't challenge. You can't challenge. So I would like more transparency from the NFL.
That is a
on
classic
that.
DOS Christmas wish.
Yeah, that's my first one.
What did you think of the bait and switch from Carl Sheffers yesterday with the
Yeah,
end of the Detroit game where he goes, the ruling on the field is a touchdown.
And
The whole
everyone
crowd goes
starts cheering.
crazy. However,
That is brutal.
yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Which was the right call. It was offensive pass interference. I got no issue with the call. It was a correct call.
It was
but
correct.
Just the way it was
Yeah.
articulated.
I think you've got to start with the end result of the play is
Yeah.
no score.
Yeah.
And because then when he said it's a touchdown, however, it's chalked off or whatever the language they use, I can't remember, because of the penalty or it's offset by a penalty.
Yeah.
The game is over.
No
People
time
are like,
on the clock. Yeah.
we saw a score go up on the board and the game's over. Wait, he said it was a touchdown, but it was very confusing.
It was confusing.
It was even the players were standing there looking at it. And Aaron Rodgers referenced, he goes, I was in a game 12 years ago with a very similar.
Yeah, with the
Well, here we
scout
go.
referees, the golden.
There we
tape.
go, Jimbo.
Got the Christmas
we got
music.
some
Yeah.
Christmas wishes.
Ah, you're good, Jimbo, aren't you? Far out, he's good.
I didn't message him asking him to do that at all.
Oh, did you?
Slacks up it. Well done, Jimbo. Very nice. Oh, this has given it a new feel, hasn't it? All right, so DOS wants officials, what? More transparency.
Oh, just on from the NFL on the replay assist.
All right, fair enough. What do I want for Christmas? Boys, I've alluded to it before. I'm going to really indulge in something that I just haven't indulged in since we've been doing this show, and that is absolutely rooting for the tank. Kansas City, I want us to lose our next two games, and I want everyone around us to excel. Because, you know what? If we're this bad at the moment, 6-9 losing to the Titans and a double ACL banger leading into the festive season, then we may as well have pick 8. And
think-
this
is that
this
what
is
you
a very
can-
sad Christmas song. It's very sad, isn't it?
Well, we're also wishing a team to tank.
You can get to pick 8. Is that where?
I think that's as good as it could be. That's
Okay.
unlikely. I reckon more likely is bang on 10.
Okay.
Bang on 10. But
You
look,
take pick 10.
I'll take pick 10. Because the whole, obviously coming with Super Bowl appearances, been picking at 31, 32, 29. And there's been trade ups that have gone to like 27. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Pick 8's exciting. I wonder who sits there. Maybe a wide receiver. That'd be around about wide receiver territory.
I feel like we've been saying wide receiver for a while
Or
now.
tight.
with
Is
the
there a
Chiefs.
good tight end? We need to do a draft preview. We need to do that soon.
Oh, we don't worry. Come April, we'll do our mock draft
Come
episode.
March.
Oh,
Or
so
March.
far away.
All right, Ollie, what do you want for Christmas?
I want
got any less depressing Christmas songs, James?
We can take a blind stab.
Go on. What have you got? What does YouTube dishing up for you? You keep going.
I want Joe Burrow to announce that he is happy at Cincinnati.
Oh,
He's staying. He's never leaving. And the Cincinnati faithful are going to get around him. The coaching staff are going to say, we're on now for the next decade. We're loading up this defense. And Joe, we're making a run for it next year.
now we're crying happy tears with this song as Joe Burrow stays at the
This
Bengals.
feels more like Joe Burrow's leaving and is retired. Because
Why
I'm
is such a folky playlist?
I'm a little bit nervous, Curtis and Doss, that Joe Burrow could pull an Andrew Luck on us.
Sorry, you just hear him
What is
cycling
going
through
on
the
here?
songs. All right, pick one last one and we'll stick with it, Jim.
Just throw some Eminem in or something.
Has he got a Christmas album?
Where did you find this
These
album?
are all just YouTube instrumental Christmases.
Is this the
Fun Christmas
the
song.
manger playlist? It sounds like the music that would have been played when Jesus was born if they had Spotify.
They had Spotify.
All right, keep going.
So I'm worried that Joe Burrow could pull an Andrew Luck.
Oh yeah,
His last 3 years.
What do you mean? What, retire from nowhere?
Not straight away, but in the next year or two. If these injuries don't,
Gee whiz.
if he keeps getting injured, they keep losing. Defense does nothing. I feel like he might just say, "I've earned enough money. This is killing my body. I'm done.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm nervous."
All right. Maybe the depressing Christmas music did fit. We're predicting Joe Burrow's career being over in a matter
That's
of
not my
years.
Christmas wish.
Okay.
My Christmas wish is that he says, "I'm happy."
Okay.
And Cincinnati rally around him, and we're going to load up this defense for you, buddy.
All right. I like that.
Thanks,
Dos, what do you want under the tree, friend?
I just want a postseason with elite quarterback play and health across all of the teams because we've seen so many backups this season. You're going to see a whole slate of them on Christmas Day or Boxing Day here. Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, CJ Stroud, Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy have all missed significant chunks of this season. And if you want to go another level down, Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, Michael Penix. So let's just hope. My wish is that all of the starting quarterbacks for their playoff teams
Stay healthy.
stay healthy and get to the playoffs healthy because I'm done with the backups
All right.
and third stringers.
No, that's fair. That is fair. We don't
You
want
know
to
what?
see.
The only team that might have a backup. Oh no, Love will be back, won't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
No, everyone's got a starting quarterback at the moment.
yeah
in the playoffs.
That's
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah, we don't want to
Let's
see.
keep it that way.
We don't want to see. Remember when Joe Webb played for the Vikings against the Packers in
I
that
don't
wild
want
card
to see.
game?
I don't want to see
2013?
it. I
We
don't want to
see
see. I don't
that.
want to see a Stafford injury and Jimmy Garoppolo get.
Oh,
brought
Jimmy
in.
G. Yeah, he
Yeah,
normally
I
pops
don't
up
wanna
around this
see
time of year,
that.
doesn't
He's
he?
as good a quarterback, good as backup as you'll find out there, though. If we had to rely on him, then we'd roll with it.
We're not.
All right, this is my last
Devontae
Christmas.
Adams would be pumped about it too.
Oh yeah,
When he comes
I don't
back.
think he's playing. I don't think he's done for the year.
you think he's done?
Yeah.
That
He'll be
hammy.
back for
He-
playoffs.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
He's an old man with a hammy.
Did
That's
you?
all right.
Didn't you say he would be back last week?
Yeah.
The diagnosis.
Oh,
were you
well,
saying
we have
he
to
was gone?
we have to figure out what it is. We don't know what it is first.
We rely on your medical reports.
Nathan
now.
Lyon, he's done for the series.
He's done for the series.
That's
for sure.
a tendon up that high.
Yeah, that didn't look
He's
good, did it?
screwed, poor
Yeah.
guy.
Todd Murphy, bring him in. Anyway, that's the Muscle Gut Sports Show. First time playoff wins. That's what I want for Christmas,
Ooh.
boys. For quarterbacks, we've got 5 quarterbacks who could be getting their first one. Sam, this is an order of how badly.
Is it possible for all of them to win?
I would assume not.
Okay.
I didn't delve that deep, but maybe. Sam Darnold, that's the guy I really want to have his first playoff win for the Seahawks. Bryce Young, he's my second in line. I'd love to see him
I would
have a playoff
love
win.
that.
There's a harder path for him, but who knows? Drake May, I would also like to see him. And then 4th and 5th on my list, not as fussed about AFC West rivals Justin Herbert and Bo Nix, but
Nah,
it would be
but
it would be
listen,
nice. It'd still be nice to see.
I think Herb needs one. If
Bloody oath he needs one.
Herb
needs
struggles this playoff series,
Yeah.
there's going to be some question marks.
Imagine if can they play the Jags again, Dos? Could it possibly work out that in the wild card
They-
round the Chargers play the Jags? And
I think they're probably going to play the Steelers.
okay, well, that's a very good chance there
In
because the Steelers are
Pittsburgh.
not a great team. They're a playoff bound team, but they're not a great team.
Yeah, but the Steelers could cause an upset at
They could.
home in Pittsburgh. I mean, the Chargers beat them earlier in the season
Yeah.
in SoFi, but this would be in Pittsburgh.
I have a new Christmas wish.
Oh, go on.
Phillip Rivers rolls Indy. They win the next. 3 games left. 3 games left
Well, including theirs
Yeah,
today.
today.
Yep.
They win all 3, make the playoffs, and Phillip Rivers takes them deep into the playoffs.
And his wife announces she's expecting triplets.
Triplets. Got a little excited after they made after the week 18 performance.
Very good. All right, that's our Christmas wishes. Let's roll back in. Don't worry about the transition, Jim. We'll go straight back into our last 3 talking points. Got any music you can cue? No, I'm just joking. Where were we? I've copied. and
Jags
pasted the-
Broncos, I would have thought.
Oh, what have I done here, boys? I think I've copied and pasted the wrong parts. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I've lost my notes. They've erased themselves. There we go. Jags Broncos 34-20. The Jags won it. It was a big win, a huge win. It was I guess a day where they said, take us seriously. How dare you doubt us? Have the Jags have said to us, Hawley. We've doubted them for too long. Trevor Lawrence, Dos, you shot a message that said, is he somehow in the MVP race? You watched the talk
Never
chatter
thought
here.
about it.
I said conversation.
Yeah, well, yes, you did. And that's what we're conversing about right now. So why did you send that message?
I just threw it out there.
Do you think he's?
No, I don't.
Are people talking about it?
I think there
Too
will
many
be.
turnovers, 11 picks.
I think there will be. I mean, if you look at their record after the bye, so they were 35. They lost to the Rams. They got smacked 35-7. They had the bye, and since then they've won 7 of 8 games, and the only loss was that fourth quarter capitulation against the Texans with Davis Mills. And Trevor Lawrence, man,
He's fourth favorite in Australia.
yeah,
Is he?
he's-
Odds are high,
He,
but
he won't win the MVP. Let's be clear.
I
But
hope not.
and this back end of the season for him, it's been really good to see. And it's not something we're accustomed to seeing with the Jacksonville Jaguars at this time of the
No, we're
season,
not.
right?
His last 4 weeks, 12 TDs,
Yeah.
no picks.
12-0 in 4
He started
weeks.
the year off horrible.
Yeah, he was
did.
bad.
But we know how
bad.
much they rate the last 4 to 6 weeks in the MVP race. Surely it's still a race in
Exactly.
2, right? Stafford and May, they're
Correct.
the 2.
No, that's absolutely right.
And Allen has been too inconsistent over the last month to be there.
yes, it's yes, Matt Stafford and Drake May. But I just did not expect from that buy. Even I think we had discussions, earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Is Trevor Lawrence going to make it now? Is this it? This is the 5th year.
We were
What are
talking.
we going to see out of Trevor Lawrence for the rest of this season and then beyond?
We were talking who wins a straight swap out of Kyler Murray and
We
Trevor
were.
Lawrence.
were, yeah.
We
Not
were.
that long ago. It feels like about 4 episodes ago.
Yeah, and he's just throwing aggressive balls down the field like he did when he was at Clemson. Parker Washington, Jacoby Myers, Brenton Strange has had a really
Yeah, he
good
has.
season.
Yep.
They all of a sudden they've got a pass catcher group that's reliable, that isn't dropping balls like they were earlier in the season or historically have done. And they signed Jacoby Myers to a contract extension only last week, which
a
was
nice contract extension.
which
as well.
sort of came out of the blue. So he's gone from the Raiders to getting paid, and now he's going to play playoffs. So that's a good move for Jacoby Myers.
Very nice.
But Liam Cohen's play calling has been fantastic, and you can see the loss on the offensive side of the ball in Tampa Bay since his move to Jacksonville, and
point.
the importance
Yeah,
of
good
the
point.
play calling and how this has been drawn up this season. It took a little while to get going, as it did with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams for the first sort of 5-6 weeks of the season, and you're starting to see when you've got that play caller, head coach, quarterback relationship, and you get time, and you see the fruits of this starting to bear now, and it's looking great for the Jacksonville Jaguars. This Denver defense, they're no scrubs. We've talked about them all season, and Trevor Lawrence handled them brilliantly. He got hit and he got sacked early on in the piece, and it looked a little shaky, but after the second quarter, Denver basically didn't touch him, really, apart from towards the back end of the game. So, and it's good to see from the Jacksonville standpoint, but I think for all the Trevor Lawrence believers, they're starting to see some vindication or some stock return on their investment.
I think you're right, Dos, in terms of coaching, because they didn't add anything in the draft. Travis Hunter has played half the year. He was
Yeah.
probably a non-factor for most of the year. And that draft, as I've got up here, they gave up their first, second, and fourth round pick.
Yeah.
So they didn't really add anything. We can't go in and say, oh, they've added this guy, and that's improved their list. He's got this team to where it is by mucking around with what they already had.
Yeah.
They've improved the Trevor Lawrence. Okay, maybe added Myers or whoever. But otherwise, the only guy they really added was Travis Hunter, and he hasn't helped yet this year, as you wouldn't expect, obviously. But they've been coached really, really well.
The Jags won't win a playoff.
Ooh.
I'm saying it now.
Gutsy calls.
They will not win a playoff. This will have all the hallmarks of positivity and progress, and then they'll get there, and they will
They
not
just
win
went
one.
into Mile High and
Don't care.
comfortably beat Denver, who had won, 11 in a row?
I'm predicting this now. It's a false dawn, boys.
Okay.
Let's
Alright.
get to the playoffs. I guarantee you they will not win one.
They're going to go into the playoffs on an 8-game win streak.
Yeah, and they'll cock it up.
But they would have played Titans, Colts, Jets, Colts with DJ.
They got injured in that
He
game.
got injured in that game, so without Titans and Cardinals. The only 2 tough games have been Chargers and Broncos, which
Oh, they
they won both.
I like how as soon as I say they won't win a playoff, you start to discredit their winning run.
Well, I was just looking at it. I was like, they have won 6 and they're going to play Colts and Titans. That'll make it 8. But then I had to look at who they have played. And I was like, oh.
Look, I'm being deliberately facetious here. I mean, sure, they're playing well. They are good. But I still cannot trust the Jags team. I can't trust Trevor Lawrence
I
in this
didn't
scenario. I don't
until they
believe
beat-
it.
I didn't until they beat Denver.
Yeah.
Hawley and I spoke about it.
That's completely
the episode
fair.
you're
Yeah.
away. Like, do we give them a seat at the table? Do we trust Jacksonville? And it's like, maybe. But the Denver win gives them credibility.
It does.
I think.
Absolutely, it does. It does.
All without Brian Thomas Jr. having big impact, by the way. If you said
right.
that Jacksonville were going to be 12 and, what are they, 12 and 4?
11 and 4. Yeah.
11 and 4, sorry. You would have thought Brian Thomas Jr.'s probably had 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns this season.
All right, let's keep rattling through, boys. We've got a couple more games to go. Steelers 29 defeated the Lions 24. We spoke about the strange ending. Really, it all comes down to that. One of the most bizarre endings we've seen. A huge win for the Steelers, one that effectively ends the Detroit Lions season. They got a 7% chance of making playoffs from here. They won't make playoffs unless things go horribly for the Packers. Can we explain very quickly what happened there? I mean, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown was at the center of both, receives 2 touchdowns in the last drive, both chalked off through penalties, and the OPI at the end, which was the correct call. But it boils down.
Well sold by Jalen Ramsey.
Well sold, yes. Experience, did it well.
Yeah.
But it was correct. There was enough there.
It was.
There was enough there. It comes down to Detroit not being good enough in the clutch moments this year, which surprises us. We did talk about whether this fighting spirit and this haphazard way in which they play, this aggressive nature, has it got a shelf life? That was our concern at the start of the year, and they have not been themselves wholly. 8-7, that's not what we thought from the Lions.
No, it's not. And we talk about Miami a lot, Dossie. I know you don't like Miami, but their offense was nuts a few years ago.
Yeah.
And we kind of said, okay, they're fast, they score a lot of points, defense isn't coming with them, but is it sustainable? And it's proven that no, it's not sustainable. Detroit are probably playing a similar offense. They've got 2 awesome running backs, similar to what Miami had. Quarterback is very, very capable. Wide receivers, they've got some weapons. Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Maybe, is it a similar situation to Miami? Is that...
I don't know. I think this is a more talented side than that was.
I think this is more...
It is.
This team has more longevity within its players than what Miami did.
It's such a risky game plan in that everything is go for it. Everything is ballsy, or it was for the last few years. And when you get so close to the ultimate success with that, I feel like it takes a toll because there's only so much intensity you can play with over 3 or 4 years. And then when things aren't clicking like they were, it only takes a 5% drop off for the win-loss to really... take a hit.
Absolutely. And that, like, their run game is usually pretty good, and the run game was nowhere on the weekend. I think this formula works. You could call it, what do you want to call it, line ball?
Yep.
Buzz ball.
Like it.
This formula works if everything's working.
Dan ball.
It works if everything's working. If
Yep.
Goff's throwing well, if the boys are running well, and everyone's catching everything, then this high potent offense, this fast-paced offense, this go for everything works. But as soon as you run 12 times at 1.3 yards a carry,
Yeah, that's not the Lions.
I mean, the Steelers know what's coming at you. If they need points, they're going to throw it, and they know how to defend it. So I think it works when Gibbs, Montgomery, Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, all these guys are playing really well. You can roll that because they're all Jets.
Yeah.
But when something's, like you said, 4 or 5% off, then all of a sudden, what do you go back to? Can we play a slow style of football where we can just grind it out and grind the opposition defense down? I don't know if they can.
Have you got a read on the Steelers, Dos? Are they a playoff winning team?
Well, like I said before, if they got the Chargers in, Pittsburgh in the snow and in the cold, as opposed to earlier in the season when it was at SoFi in the Dome on a fast deck, I think they could. I think they could win a playoff game. The AFC is wide open.
Yeah, it is.
Right, and you have a look. The Bills just beat the Browns. I mean, you went through it before, and the Texans just limped over the Raiders. They got it done. So, could they ruin someone's season? The Steelers in the playoffs? Absolutely, they could.
Yeah.
And the hard thing to try and get a read on them is that both sides of the ball have looked bad at certain times of the season. The defense has looked really poor in some stages. Then the offense, all of a sudden, this weekend just blows up. They've got a running game all of a sudden. What Jalen Warren has like 140 yards. They have 230 rushing yards against a team that runs the ball, and they controlled both sides of the line. And and this was without TJ Watt. So
Well, and they might be without DK Metcalf. That's the other thing.
Well,
so he hit a
yeah.
fan. He did.
Did he he hit him.
Wow.
It looked like he
Like he
missed.
sort of pulled.
It's more of
him.
a jersey punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it looks like got his hair a
He
bit.
at least swiped him.
Claiming a racial slur, I believe.
Yeah, that's
the
come out. There's a
fan
bit
has,
more that's
the
come out this
fan has
morning.
denied it.
Right, because the Lions fan says DK Metcalf swung at him after he used the Stars' full name. So I'm not sure if you said to DK Metcalf, "Hey, DeKalen Zacharias Metcalf." I'm not
Yeah.
sure that draws
Yeah.
a punch.
I don't think it does.
I'm a little suspicious.
I think there might have
Yeah.
been something before that.
Yeah, before or after.
Yes. Okay. Well, watch this space. I want. Good luck, Roger, dealing with that.
Yeah,
You can,
Rogers,
yeah.
There has to
everyone,
be some
everyone to Park
investigation.
Avenue for.
That's
There'll be other people that heard what happened.
yeah, true. Other Lions fans
they
who stick
say-
up
Yeah.
for him.
Didn't they say it's dished out the largest fine in history? Am I making that up?
Ooh, is that deep? I don't think they've found it yet.
Nah, that hasn't been done yet.
Oh,
that won't
okay.
come out till later in the week.
Okay.
I
I
wonder
don't think
what's
DK's too fussed about a fine anyway.
how many times has a fan hit a player hit a fan? That's happened occasionally, right? There's been a few scuffles and things. in the
We can
past.
go to the Malice and the
Basketball.
Palace.
Yeah.
Detroit versus
no, I mean NFL.
Detroit
Ma-
versus Indiana and
Ron
Ron
Artest.
Artest and Steven Jackson getting in the stands.
That's meta world peace to you, though.
Oh, that is. Yeah.
All right, let's finish this off. Ravens Pats 28-24. The Pats stars, yes.
Sorry, you did not mention Kenneth Gainwell's catch, and you should have.
Okay, well done, Kenny G.
Good on you,
Well, did
Ken.
you see it?
Yeah, it's a good catch. Yeah,
Laying on the good catch.
yeah well done, Kenny.
Laying on the ground, caught it, and then got up and 45-yard touchdown. Go
Once-
ahead. Let's talk about the Ravens and Pats.
Very briefly, Pats 28, Ravens 24. Drake May, MVP credentials. Chris Hall, New England Patriots, Super Bowl credentials? Question mark.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't want to. My Christmas wish. I didn't want to go too hard. and
Yeah.
put them
I
wrong.
noticed
So-
you've been
So I
avoiding
just
it.
stayed away from them. We're gonna play it cool, but we're back in the playoffs. We're effing awesome. It's like Tom Brady. I said before the podcast, I watched a lot of it yesterday, and a lot of it, you watch Drake May throw, and some of those deep balls are like, oh, there's Tom Brady again.
Mm.
And then there's a couple other bits and pieces where you're like, oh, it's not quite Tom Brady, is it? But Stephon Diggs stepped up yesterday. He was awesome. He caught everything. He was what Drake May has needed all year. Or Stephon Diggs, he's been quite good all year, but he's what we missed last year.
Mm.
That receiver who is experienced, can grab a ball, can step up when we need to. And if he can play like that through playoffs, and then Mac Hollins can chime in, Kyle Williams has a little bit of a deep ball here and there.
a good
Stevenson,
catch.
Henderson. I think Henderson went down with that. What did he have? Head knock yesterday,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
So he'll miss a week. He'll be back for playoffs. But the offense can work, and the defense is good, man. Like
It's got the bones of a
it does
championship
now.
winning team.
It does.
doesn't
All year I've tried to keep the lid on it
Yeah.
because you don't want to. You see this all the time. Like you're talking about it with the Jags.
Yeah.
And that's what this kind of feels like as well.
No,
but
this
I
feels
think,
different with the Pats.
But now I think these guys a little bit. But like Doss said, Drake May threw a pick on the first drive. See how he responds from, and he responded. They were down all day against the Ravens. They came back in the last quarter. They won. Like that's what Brady used to do.
The other part to this too, Doss, you mentioned some Coach of the Year candidates before.
Has
Mike
to be.
Vrabel
Has
has got
to
to be
be.
right
Oh,
up
sure.
there. First year
Yeah.
there, he's taken them from a struggling team under Mayo to this powerhouse again.
To be
12
fair,
and 3.
you could have taken them from
Thank
a
you.
performance over what Gerard Mayo dished up the
Thank
last
you.
season.
That's true. I did play a season on NHL head coach 09, so I am as qualified. No, that's unfair. Jeremiah's a Patriots legend.
Yeah, I mean, outside of Patrick Mahomes' second season, where he threw 50 touchdowns and
Yep.
took the Chiefs to the AFC Championship game, this is as good of second season, I think, as we've seen.
Yeah.
Right now. I don't know, Lamar Jackson won an MVP in his second season, but
Oh, Drake might too.
he might. But I just think and there was flaws in Lamar's game, still are to some extent, but just what we've seen from Drake May, oh man, like you mentioned that interception, the very next drive, he bounces straight back to throwing dimes. The Ravens defense is solid enough unit, and they were able to get some pressure to Drake May in this game. He got hit a few times, he got sacked. He just did such a great job navigating it, stepping up in the pocket and just ripping balls down the field.
Ripping balls, no laugh there. What were you laughing at before? I saw you chuckling to yourself.
Oh no, I
on
was
your
just reading
screen.
his stats and looking at it and just getting.
Oh, you're
excited.
smiling to yourself over Drake May stats.
Yeah.
Stats,
He is.
Yeah.
He is in a new level
I
of
mean,
euphoria over there.
I just looked at I thought he's only 23,
And
you
he look-
bastards.
And he looks like
Sucked in the NFL.
And he's
We got
playing-
another one.
and he looks like a 10-year veteran.
When he steps
does.
up and throws that deep ball, it is
Oh.
so pretty.
Yeah.
And it's always
Yep.
right there.
It is. It is. All right. Well, look, I'm not even mad about it. I like watching Drake May and these Pats so
just
much that it's
funny.
like, well, welcome back.
Is it just
boys.
funny that we had Tom Brady for so long, and then we had like 3 years of like, oh no, we're not that good. What's going to happen now? Then that's right, Drake May's here.
Your post-toss yesterday, after many years of pain, Luke is back in the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're not just in the playoffs either. By the way.
No. Yeah. Where are you? You're leading
second
second
seed.
in the AFC. Yeah.
2 seeds still.
Right.
Just quickly on the Ravens, Kurt.
Yeah.
Very
They're 7 and 8, Dos. Don't spend too long on them.
Yeah, frustrating. Wow. Lamar Jackson, another injury now.
Yep.
Another blown lead.
Yep.
It's been, fourth quarter. They've had. We mentioned the Derrick Henry situation. Is it time to have a discussion that maybe, and we'll pull it apart in the offseason, that John Harbaugh is not the coach of the Baltimore Ravens?
Sounds good to me.
I thought you boys were going to say, are we finally saying that Derrick Henry's declined? I'm staying out of it.
He had 140 and like 2 TDs. He was awesome.
7.1 yards per carry.
How much longer can he play for?
I mean, he had the fumble, which, cost them, but still.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I just didn't understand the last quarter of that game, but it's almost like they didn't want to win.
He's had 5th most carries, 4th most yards, and 4th most TDs for a running back.
Freak. He's a freak. They call him King Henry for a reason.
He's
All
only
right,
31.
boys, we got Doss's trivia. I haven't done it for
Okay,
a while. Let's
let's
get
go,
into
Doss.
that now, Jimbo.
Is it easy or not? I'm just distracted, fellas.
You're distracted. Why?
The CMC Jonathan Taylor situation.
It's really on your mind,
means
isn't
a
it?
lot to me. Yeah, Drake May stats took it off my mind for a minute, but I'm back there now.
You're back on CMC stats.
Yeah.
Are you doom scrolling CMC highlights?
I'm not, but
All right, Doss, let's hit us.
oh,
All right.
Funky.
Yesterday, Joe Burrow became the 5th fastest quarterback to throw 20,000 yards
Matthew
in
Stafford.
his first 75 career games. Who were the other 4?
Matthew Stafford.
Correct.
Patrick Mahomes.
Correct.
Dan Marino.
Jared.
Well done, you got the
No,
first
he hasn't
three.
got there yet. Has he? Has Herb got there yet?
Aaron Rodgers.
Nah. No.
Herb's got the most for his first 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So,
In the first how many games?
75 career games.
oh, games.
Tom Brady.
Nah.
Drew threw a lot.
Let's think a slinger. Brett Favre.
No.
Okay.
No Drew Brees.
No.
So we've got 3. Need to get 2 more.
Now you got one more. You got
Oh, wow.
Mahomes, Marino.
Is this a
and
more left field
Stafford.
one? Is it more left field?
Oh, I don't know.
So I was going to say Jameis because he just goes crazy.
Oh, no, not that left
Is he
field.
playing at the moment?
No, he's retired.
So it's not Phil Rivers.
No,
We're
it's
just going to start. I don't actually know, so I'm just going to start reeling off QBs.
Give us
Ben
a
Roethlis-
conference.
Paulie actually mentioned him before to describe someone else.
Oh, crap. Were you listening to your own talk?
No, I don't take notes. I don't have
None of
notes
us were
right
listening.
here. Good one,
Well,
Jim.
I clearly pay attention, so that's why I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Who did
no.
you mention?
Brought him
I've
up.
blanked. Who did I mention earlier that's retired?
Who does he normally mention? J.K. Dobbins,
He doesn't normally.
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. It definitely is not Kellen Moore.
Doing a great job with the Saints, by the way, Wally.
Isn't he?
Getting there, yeah.
Yeah.
Crap, I have no recollection of what he mentioned before. Go on, narrow it down more, Doss. Give us a conference. Give us a division.
AFC South.
AFC South. Jags. Texans. Daniel Jones.
No.
Because you did compare someone to Daniel Jones before.
Yeah. No.
He plays in the AFC South.
No.
Oh, you said he's retired.
Yeah.
So who's played for the Jags or Houston that I would have talked about?
Or
Well, not Colts.
what team? Just tell us the answer. We've lost it.
Andrew Luck.
Oh my God.
That's bad. That's bad.
Holy, come on.
That's bad. We started so well.
I know you were rattling them through. I was like, oh, God, this is not going to take long.
That's right. Yeah, Joe
Andrew
Burrow
Luck.
retire like Andrew Luck.
Damn it.
Yeah, we
Damn
should have
it.
got that.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, good one, Doss.
Yeah,
you always
well
find a
done,
way to
Doss.
stump us, even when we start well.
Yep.
Well done.
All right. Boys, let's get Jimbo, can you get the NFL playoff picture up on the screen, please, when you have a chance? Because our playoff lock has been a mess this year. It's not only a mess in how inconsistently we do it, but also in how poorly we've gone. The Bills, I mean, they're going to make playoffs. The Bucs, we don't know. The Lions probably aren't going to make playoffs. So they're teams that we locked. We also locked the Colts, and they're not going to make playoffs either. The ones that we have locked that will make it are the Eagles, the Pats, the Broncos, the Rams, and the Seahawks. There are also a couple in there, being the 49ers and the Bears, that we didn't lock to this point and are in. So
Lock them then.
That sounded like a lot, and I can't remember half of what you just said. So which teams haven't we locked?
which teams haven't we locked?
Yep.
Well, there's no point us locking the Bears and the Niners now because we haven't locked them, but they are in, so we can't lock them. What we need to do is let's just pick the next 7. Let's just restart it. Who makes it from here? We got in the NFC. They've got 5 teams that are locked. The Panthers and the Packers likely to make it. If it ended today, the Panthers and the Packers would make it. And if you haven't watched us on YouTube yet, make sure you do because this is a lot easier with a visual aid. The other teams that could make it in the NFC, Jimbo, scroll down. The Lions and the Buccaneers. So it comes down to Packers and Lions. Packers 93% chance, Lions 7% chance. So let's lock those Packers. But it comes down for the NFC South between the Buccaneers and the Panthers. So Dos, you need to go out on a limb and say which team makes it in the NFC South.
And then who wins the Super Bowl this year? Is it the Rams?
I'll say Tampa Bay.
No, I'm saying Carolina.
Oh, great. So it's down to me, is it?
Unless you want to include Jimbo.
Oh, yeah. What do you say, Jimbo?
I say Tampa Bay.
I was going to say Carolina.
Well,
All right.
flip a coin.
Let's flip a coin. Let's go to random.org, Jimbo, and put in Carolina and Tampa Bay for our final lock.
Got Jim going through the websites this morning.
Oh, he loves this. There we go. Where's that list randomizer? Beautiful. All right. Tampa Bay.
Say PAMP, so PANFS.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just gone.
Spelled it wrong, but
randomize. No,
What did I spell wrong?
no, he wants you to write PANFS, PANFS. That's Hawley's nickname for them.
Pamphs.
And
And
me and the
Bucs.
Dolphs. 3,
Anyway.
2, 1. Let's go. It's Tampa Bay. All right. That's who we're locking in. Not happy with that. See, you gotta commit, Hawley. You should have overridden us with your power. You shouldn't have introduced James because I was going to say Carolina. Okay, I was going to say Carolina.
I should have waited for you to make your.
Okay, well, look,
decision.
the other side of it is a little more opaque. Jimbo, if it's possible to get that NFL playoff picture back up again on the screen. We've had a technical. Oh, he sorted it out. Look at that.
He's got it.
Look at
James
that.
is.
Well done. You are on fire. There's keyboards running hot over there.
Got
Now,
some Christmas tunes too.
please, if you could scroll up, let's have a look at who's here.
Can you send me that playlist in about 6 hours' time when Jonathan Taylor and Christian McCaffrey have just scored their 37th point? And I'm going to put that on and be depressed.
It's a cry for Christmas. There's only 2 teams, Jimbo, up the top that have been locked in so far in the AFC. That's the Broncos and the Patriots. We scroll down and let's have a look at the teams in the hunt. We've got the Jags, the Steelers, the Chargers, the Bills, and the Texans. There's a few plus 99% teams there, being the Bills and the Chargers. So we'll lock them in. We'll lock the Jags in as well. The Steelers 92%, the Texans 96%. There's no chance, right, of a Colts appearance here. 11% is technically if they win today, but then they have to win out and things have to go their way.
They got to beat Houston and then rely on things to go.
I
their
don't
way
think
too,
the
Holy-
Colts,
A Phil Rivers Christmas miracle for the Colts?
I'd love to say I'll go against the Colts, but I'll
Okay.
happily be wrong if Phil Rivers pulls off a Christmas miracle.
Okay. I hope Phil makes it.
Oh, so do I.
What a story that would
What
be.
a story.
Imagine if he wins the Super Bowl. Dos, last thing we'll talk about with this is the number 1 seeds.
Yep.
So how do you see that playing out? Broncos currently, Seahawks currently. Are they our number 1 seeds? I didn't think Seattle would be there this late in the season at that position. The Bears are number 2 in the NFC at the moment.
Well,
Is it
not
the
when the Seahawks line for the season was 7.5 wins.
I
don't
know.
think no one. Vegas didn't.
Crazy. Yes or no? Do you think they keep their spot as number 1 seed in the NFC?
Seahawks. Yeah. Yes, they will. Yeah. They play the 49ers last game of the season.
Okay.
Oh boy, the 49ers win
That's a
today,
game.
and then the next week we got a game in
That's a
week
game.
18. There'll be no resting in that game.
And Hawley, I'll ask you for the AFC because currently 2 teams on the same record are the Broncos and the Pats. The Broncos have the hapless Chiefs, but then the Chargers, whereas the Pats have the Jets and the Dolphins.
Jets and the Dolphins. The Pats will win those.
Yep, that's 2-0. So if the Broncos lose to the Chargers,
Denver will beat the Chiefs.
yep.
And I think that Denver will beat the Chargers.
You do. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't. That's not where I expected that to go.
No,
No, I
it's-
think they lose
What I
in
want
week
to happen
18.
or what I think happened? I'd love Justin Herbert to turn one on.
They lost
and
to the
just-
That would be
Chargers
nice.
earlier in the
And just
season.
turn Quag's Christmas horrible.
It's all about
Really,
Quag,
really
is it? Then
ruined
the Pats
Quag's
have the bye.
Christmas.
Let's have a look, Jimbo, ahead to the games this week. Week 17. We are in the crunch end of the season now. We didn't do any locks in the Kia Tasman last week, but if we get those Week 17 fixtures up, we can have a look at the four games we're going to lock for Week 17. All right, let's have a look. And we've got a bit of a different schedule. Like we said, that Christmas slate, Boxing Day our time. Cowboys, Commanders, yuck. Lions, Vikings, yuck. Broncos, Chiefs. On paper, start of the year looked awesome. Now,
No, we lock
yuck.
Broncos, don't we?
We like the Broncos.
Yeah.
We like the Broncos over
Yeah.
the Chiefs, absolutely. Lions over the Vikings. I don't think we can do that. Commanders over Cowboys. I don't trust that either way either. Let's keep working through them. Texans Chargers is a beauty of a game, like you said, Dos. Ravens at Packers. We can't lock that yet either. Bucs at Dolphins. I can't really trust the
Nah.
Bucs. Jags at Colts. Big game if the Colts win against the 49ers. I can't trust that. Saints at Titans.
What a
Two
game.
bottom dwelling teams that are winning now all of a
You
sudden.
did miss a couple.
Did I?
Yeah, you
Pats, Jets.
Oh, Pats at Jets.
I think
Oh,
we
yeah,
lock the
we
Pats.
lock that,
And
absolutely.
then Browns, Steelers, but I don't think we're locking anything there.
Let's think about that. That might be one we come back to. Seahawks at Panthers. We can't lock that. That's a good game as well. Cardinals at Bengals. Giants at Raiders. Well, they've really paired off the non-playoff and playoff teams this week,
Mhm.
haven't they? Eagles at Bills. What a huge game that is. Bears at 49ers. Rams at Falcons. We lock the Rams over the Falcons, right?
Bears at 49ers is a good game.
Yeah, I think we have to take
Yeah, that's the Monday
Rams, Falcons.
Monday night game.
Yeah, Rams over Falcons.
And
Is
then
that
we need-
3, Jimbo?
Yeah, we need one more.
I got two. What did I miss?
Oh, okay.
Patriots,
Oh, I missed Patriots.
Patriots over Jets. Rams over Falcons.
Bears, Niners, no. Eagles, Bills, no. Can we scroll back up a little, Jimbo?
Lions will beat the Vikings, surely.
Lions, Vikings,
what?
or Steelers, Browns.
Dallas will beat Washington.
I think Dallas
have
beat
got No
Washington.
one. You got Josh
You-
Johnson's going to lead them to a victory.
You trust that more than Steelers over
I
Browns?
trust the Cowboys to beat
Okay.
what's left of Washington.
Well, look,
this
if Doss
season.
says he trusts the
Washington are-
Cowboys, we never hear that.
That's
So
a good point.
I mean,
I don't trust them.
We have to roll them
you just
But
said
they're
you
a-
trust them.
I don't.
to beat Washington.
I mean, to beat Josh Johnson if he's starting, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, look, boys, it's Christmas. Christmas is in 2 days. It's
Do we
the
get any
23rd.
presents
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
from Kurt?
Do we get any presents?
From the
I mean,
Muscle Cat
we are-
conglomerate?
We got
we-
dinner.
We got
Yeah,
corporate
we got
gifts?
dinner coming up. We
The
got dinner
presents will be
planned.
at dinner, I suppose.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Got dinner planned.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. Yeah.
All right, just edit that budget, Jimbo. No. It's in the works. It'll be a lovely dinner on Wednesday, January 7th.
Is James CFO now as well as producer?
Yeah. In the other tab, he had the budget open. I don't know if you saw it. $0.
It's a lot of red.
That's a lot of red, not much black.
What do you
Holy-
mean? You're just accruing, aren't you? Just roll the accruals over?
That's right. Well, we're accruing a certain amount of money from no invoice Jones over here. Now, Christmas, have we got a festive joke to end the year?
Sure, I've got a joke here.
Okay, let's go.
What do you call an old snowman? 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 What do you call an old snowman? Snowman.
Are you a fan of the Batman series as well?
Water?
Yeah.
Snowman.
Oh, I got it right.
Yeah, you got it.
The joke was in the setup. Brilliant. Well, look, it's a fittingly shoddy show to finish another
Snowman.
good. Well, no, it hasn't finished the year actually. I mean, we are
Showman?
back.
It does make sense. You say showman.
Yeah,
Greatest showman.
Yep.
Not showman.
I guess so.
The English
We-
language
We know,
gets ya.
we know what the emoji is this week, Dos. Pop a snowman in the comments if you
Shake
made
a
it
snowman in the
to the
comments,
end
guys.
of this episode. Look, we'll say thank you very much. I know we are back next week. We're not taking any weeks off. We're going straight through, but Christmas is a time for reflection, of course, and we are always very grateful for everybody who watches. We've had some new listeners this year. We have grown on YouTube. We have grown in Spotify and Apple as well. So welcome to everybody who is new, and thank you for listening and watching. And thank you, of course, to everyone who's been here from the start, because there's been a lot of you. Dos, you've been great. Hawley, you've been great. Thank you very much for your input this year. We'll reward you, of course, with dinner on Wednesday, January 7th. Not going to say where we go because we have too many fans there crowding us at the doors.
Will.
Jimbo, you've been fantastic too. I thank you last night on the MuscleCat Sports Show for all of your work in the last few months. The show has really improved since you've been on board, so that's been good. I want to say a huge Merry Christmas to all of you, and of course, all of you listening and watching. You're the best. We appreciate it. Have a great time with your family. Stay safe, and we'll see you in 7 days because NFL don't stop. We'll catch you next week.
And good luck to my fantasy team.
Yes, very good luck, Hawley.
Thank you.
And mine?